A very good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6. Reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. I am Evelyn Izibili and now to the news in details. Yaduka village in Kubao local government area of Kaduna State is in mourning after a devastating incident claiming the lives of 11 children, leaving 8 others injured. Residents say the victims are children between the ages of 4 and 9. We are digging sand for mud brick production when the pit they were walking in collapsed. The majority of homes in Yaduka village are constructed using these sand bricks. The report. Despite the rainfall, officials from the State's Emergency Management Agency, led by its Executive Secretary Usman Hayat Mazadu, visited the community at the directive of Governor Ubasani. The team, while emphasizing with the people of Yaduka village, conducted an on-the-spot assessment of the situation and distributed relief materials to the families of the victims. They also pledged to take care of the medical bills of the injured.
We come to realize that the incident took lives of 11 people, and 8 people are now hospitalized. So, based on our mandate and the responsibility we have within the agency, we believe this is just the beginning for government commitment. It has happened, and the governor in his magnanimity directed the agency to provide relief items to the victims' family. There are interventions that we might need from the federal government, particularly issue of ecological and other erosional control agencies like Ministry of Environment and other related agencies, which of course we will take it up from here. We will take it to the governor, and we believe the governor will do justice to what has happened.
As the downpour of rainfall increases, most brick houses will constantly need repairs to avoid a total collapse. However, the need for sand for molding bricks also intensified as a precaution. The Kaduna State government has advised locals to avoid areas that are prone to mold slides. Officials say proactive measures will be taken to avoid a reoccurrence. Evelyn Izibili reporting for BeeTv News. There are indications that a bold new chapter for youth development in Edo State is officially underway as the Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, has announced the Edo Youth Impact Forum, EYIF 2025, a flagship empowerment platform scheduled to hold on Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025 at the Victor Owaifo Creative Hub, Benin City. The report.
Under the compelling theme, Empowered Youth, Transform Future, the Edo Youth Impact Forum 2025 is set to bring together over 1,500 in-person participants and 2,000 online attendees for an all-day high-impact gathering. The forum will convey a diverse group of youths, policymakers, entrepreneurs, innovators, artisans, and thought leaders from across the state and beyond. This critical event is convened under the visionary leadership of His Excellency Governor Monday Okpebholo, whose administration is deeply committed to repositioning the youth as active and leading participants in Edo's transformation journey. According to information made available, the program is not just an event, it is a statewide call to action. Governor Monday Okpebholo said they are giving Edo youth a seat at the table and the resources to lead from the front. He said his administration believes in the boundless potential of the young people, and Edo Youth Impact Forum 2025 is a testament to the commitment to their future. The EYIF 2025 is deliberately designed as an action-focused event that moves beyond speeches and rhetorics. Participants will engage directly with a compelling keynote address by the Honorable Minister of Youth Development on Youth Inclusion and Digital Economy, a robust panel session featuring accomplished founders and ecosystem leaders who will discuss practical strategies for transitioning from side hustles to scalable and sustainable businesses. Hands-on master classes providing practical skills in critical areas such as business design, digital monetization, vocational innovation, and content creation. Dynamic demo showcases homegrown ideas and innovative solutions developed by Edo Youth aimed at solving real challenges within the state. At the very heart of the Edo Youth Impact Forum 2025 is the official unveiling of the Hack the Future grant, a landmark 10 million naira pre-seed funding initiative. This grant is specially designed to identify, nurture, and financially empower 5 brilliant youth-led ideas with 2 million naira each. The grant aims to uncover and accelerate innovative solutions from young people in vital sectors including agriculture and food security, basic education, culture, tourism and arts, skills and youth empowerment, waste management and clean energy. Grant applications have been officially opened and ends on June 20, 2025. Shortlisted applicants will participate in an intensive 10-day incubation program followed by a competitive pitch session. The deserving winners will be announced and presented with their checks on the day of the forum. A distinguished panel of judges will meticulously assess each idea based on its originality, potential impact, feasibility, and scalability. Attendance at the Edo Youth Impact Forum 2025 is free. However, registration is mandatory for both the forum and the Hack the Forum grant application. Prospective attendees and grant applicants must register via the official website at www.edoyouthforum.ng. Indeed, this is a defining moment for every Edo youth, whether a student with a grand vision, an artisan with an innovative idea, or a startup founder seeking essential support. A forum of feast and a movement for the future, Edo Youth Impact Forum 2025 marks the first statewide youth forum under Governor Monday Okpebholo's administration and is intended to be one of the greatest youth gatherings in southern Nigeria this year. The event powerfully affirms the government's strong commitment to co-creating solutions with the youth, not merely for them. From comprehensive logistics support, including free campus shuttle buses, to engaging networking lounges and branded engagement zones, every aspect of the EYIF 2025 is being meticulously designed to deliver an immersive, empowering, and unforgettable experience. In a time where many young Nigerians are searching for hope, direction, and opportunity, the Edo Youth Impact Forum 2025 stands as a beacon, one that powerfully says to every Edo youth, your ideas matter, your voice matters, and your future begins now. With real capital, real access, and real commitment from the state's highest office, this forum transcends a mere event. It is a movement to unlock innovation, ignite purpose, and drive a new generation of Edo leaders towards building the thriving, inclusive, and prosperous society they deserve. This is the call, and Edo youth are urged to answer to it. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
President Bola Tinubu has received the serving overseer of the Citadel Global Community Church, Pastor Tunde Bakare, in Lagos State. The meeting, according to the General Overseer, was used to discuss national issues. BeeTv News' Esohe Osewengi has details.
Speaking with journalists after the closed-door meeting, Bakare said his conversation with the president focused on national development and the future of Nigeria. Bakare added that he looked forward to a peaceful and united Nigeria, calling for collaboration across regions to move the country forward.
What transpired in my discussion with him stays with me and with him. God guiding him and giving him wisdom will help this nation not to slide or go down the drain, but to bounce back so that it can leave a mark that cannot be erased. I like to see Nigerians being their brother's keeper. I like to see good collaboration between the best of the North and the best of the South to steer Nigeria in the right direction. I like to see predictable progress in our nation. We have danced around some subjects for too long a time. It's time to take concrete action to ensure that the mercies of our country do not live in abject poverty. That's all.
Thank you so much.
Reflecting on his vision for a better Nigeria, Bakare called for a stronger unity among citizens, especially across regional and cultural lines. Esohe Osemegi, reporting for BeeTv.
Ahead of the Eid el-Kabir celebration, Muslims in Benin City have engaged in last-minute shopping to acquire various items to mark the celebration. BeeTv News' Osargi Agwebo, who visited some markets in Benin City, reports that there were high patronage for rams and other food items. The report.
As Muslims in Benin City, Edo State prepare to join their counterparts worldwide in commemorating Eid el-Kabir, some markets visited by BeeTv News crew were bustling with activity as Muslim faithful engage in last-minute shopping. At the 2+2 cattle market along the Benin-Auchi Road, they were seen purchasing rams. Some Muslim faithful said they were happy to celebrate the day in grand style, noting that although the cost of rams was expensive, but they would bear what they could afford and celebrate the day with joy and excitement.
You see my rams where I buy since the day before yesterday. So they are eating well, they are healthy, everything is nice. We are waiting till tomorrow. Bread, everything, try to come my house, put there, everything there, and so with the garage, the shop, with the family.
But this year,
It did, but people go down, give us money, and this things are like near everybody don't tight, but some everywhere good, now so like job, everywhere good, some you go hire for another person, you go switch for another person.
Happy.
okay.
I can't look one or some ram. So we did the celebration now. But whether the price will let us buy, we don't know.
Okay.
So that is why. Today celebrate from today
Okay.
to tomorrow. We're very happy to celebrate the congression for the leaders, for the governor, for everybody.
Also, a visit to the tomato market at Adowawa revealed a similar atmosphere as Muslim faithful stock up on food items, including tomatoes, onions, garbage, and other essentials. Some Muslim faithful who spoke with the news crew said the day would afford them the opportunity to celebrate and bond with their family members and loved ones.
I don't buy tomatoes, onions, shop, rice, and tin tomato. All the situation will be okay. All my sisters, my brother, Muslim, and we thank God for today and tomorrow. May God make us long life and prosperity. It's not be small. Wetin we buy, even though wetin we buy is last month, not be we buy this month. So because tomatoes wey they buy 3,000, now is 8,000.
God buy things we want to prepare against tomorrow. So I wish there happy Salah celebration and everybody long life and prosperity. May God give us more life to come. Guys are yet to come.
Eid el-Kabir is a joyous occasion celebrated annually by Muslims worldwide. Osarogi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
In a bid to reach an amicable resolution, the FCT Minister Yensu Wike has assured the chiefs of Paduma and Guzape communities in the Federal Capital Territory over the ongoing road construction project and the concerns raised regarding the evacuation of affected villagers. The minister says his administration will address the growing tension surrounding the continued presence of residents in areas marked for development, particularly for the major road infrastructure intended to ease traffic and boost connectivity within the FCT. BeeTv News Best Orator reports.
The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, in a strategic meeting with traditional chiefs and representatives of the Baduma and Guzape communities in the Federal Capital Territory, reiterated that every affected individual will be duly compensated on the right of occupancy for new resettlement areas, and new resettlement areas will be provided without delay. The minister, however, clarified that compensation will be paid for only the structures along the road corridor and not the entire community. He also directed that the compensation package should be doubled to ensure fairness.
After director of settlement, go and make valuation. But the rate you are using is too small. Right? Increase their rate. If they are using 50 naira, give them 100 naira. Do you understand me? Then call director to get land for them, for those who are finding, not the whole community, it's just those on the corridor, on the road, not entire community. Until when we want to talk about community, we know, but this one just on the road corridor, so that we are not pushing out everybody. So don't say I said no, I'm not doing that now. But let the road link up, so that we know that we will have the development.
In response, the traditional rulers of Baduma and Guzape, led by the Sapayi of Gaki, Alhaji Usman Nga Kupe, expressed their appreciation to the FCT minister for his transparency and willingness to engage them directly.
Minister of FCT, we want to thank God and want to appreciate you at this moment. Why I say all this because we have never had a minister that brought his people close to him. We are the only one. Any other one is under it. We are happy we have been praying for you. And I want to tell you clearly that we are in support of what they are doing 100%. It's our community and everybody wants to.
The meeting ended on a positive note, with both parties committed to ongoing dialogue and collaboration to ensure a smooth and respectful transition for all affected families. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
In latest update in Mokwa local government area of Niger State, the federal government has now directed the release of 2 billion naira and delivery of 20 trucks of grains to victims of last week's flood. Vice President Kashim Shettima was in Mokwa today to assess the level of the damage. The report.
Days after a devastating flood swept through Mokwa, the people are still counting their losses. Survivors mourn their dead and struggle to rebuild what's left of their lives. Vice President Kashim joins the growing list of sympathizers visiting the town. He arrived in a company of top federal officials and was received by the Deputy Governor of Niger State, Yakubu Garuba, Yaya Abubakar, and other government dignitaries. For the displaced residents, the Vice President's visit brings renewed hope. He announced a 2 billion naira donation by the federal government to support the rebuilding and resettlement of flood victims.
On the relocation and reconstruction of homes for the affected victims, the President has authorized the immediate release of 2 billion naira to immediately commence the construction of homes destroyed by the disaster. But most importantly, I want to seize this opportunity. It takes two to tango. Niger State government must also play a role in this construction effort.
In addition, 20 trucks of grains will be delivered to ease hunger in the affected communities.
These women so they can have a skill. They shall have something that they can help their life. If we follow the river, over 2,000 houses have been destroyed. Most of these people have been there managing with their neighbors. Some are here.
Director General of the National Orientation Agency said a campaign is on across where flood has been predicted to sensitize people against living in flood-prone areas.
The floodplain in the country, we have mobilized our people to go and conduct early warning, because most of these things are predictable, so that they also know that they need to take care of themselves.
Are here, and for the nature of what happened and the way it is, we will not be able to tell you exactly the amount involved, but it will go a long way to help the victims.
Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
All Progressive Congress in Warri has launched an e-registration exercise for new members, including those who recently defected from the PDP. The registration aims to capture members' national identity numbers and will be conducted ward by ward over a scheduled period. The report.
After the mass defection of the whole structure of the People's Democratic Party in Delta State at a rally in Asaba, the next for these new APC members is to register in their various wards. APC in Warri South local government area is flagging off e-registration. This initiative is part of the party's effort to strengthen its membership and organization in the constituency.
What you are seeing here today is about the mobilization, the organization of the electorates of Warri South local government towards ensuring compliance with that mobilization, that decamping that was proclaimed in Asaba some weeks ago.
Honorable Sheriff Obori enjoyed the privilege from the presidency by allowing us as Deltans to be the first state that the e-registration exercise will be test-run.
So we are here to sensitize others for them to know that we are one body today, and that is why we are here today for the e-registration.
The leaders of the All Progressives Congress in Warri used the occasion to commend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Governor Sheriff Obori for their achievements in the past 2 years in office.
He did so much in his first 2 years that, you know, he's a workaholic governor. He believes in projects. Why we nickname him Mr. Projects.
What you are seeing here today is part of the way by which Wafarians have decided to reciprocate these great gestures of these two leaders by passing this vote of confidence and competence on them, so that preparatory towards 2027, there will be no other candidate for president in this local government, no other candidate for governorship in this local government.
The APC members then unanimously passed a vote of confidence on the leadership of the president and the governor of Delta State. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The All Progressive Congress in Lagos State has inaugurated a 40-member campaign council ahead of the 12th of July local government election. The council is headed by the former state chairman of the party, Babatunde Balogun, and chairman of Ojolowo Jumio Local Council Development Area as secretary. The council is divided into 6 directorates to handle mobilization, finance, security, media and publicity, as well as electoral and special duties. The Ondo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal in Akure has affirmed the victory of Lucky Ayedatiwa of the All Progressive Congress APC as a winner of the 16th of November governorship election in an anonymous decision. The 3-member panel led by Justice Benson Obudu dismissed the petition filed by the People's Democratic Party and its candidate. The tribunal also dismissed the petitions filed by Action Alliance Social Democratic Party and 2 other political parties. It's determined that the petitioners failed to substantiate their claims of overvoting and upheld that Governor Ayedatiwa received the highest votes of valid votes. The panel also criticized the petitioners for their presentation of evidence, which it says did not adequately support their allegations. The Lagos State government has issued a warning to environmental offenders to desist from illegal dumping of refuse. The Commissioner for the Environment, Tokumbo Wahab, says anyone would caught will face fines of up to 250,000 naira or a 3-month jail term. The report.
With rising concerns over indiscriminate waste disposal and other environmental violations, the Ministry of Environment says it is intensifying enforcement efforts. The Commissioner emphasized that there will be zero tolerance for all forms of environmental infractions moving forward.
Russians must also know that there are stiff penalties for offenders now. Anyone caught dumping refuse illegally or littering the environment with refuse faces up to 250,000 naira fine or up to 3 months imprisonment under the Lagos State Sanitation Law provisions. Serial offenders, however, will face stiffer punishments. If your PSP operators fails in any way to collect your waste, kindly report them to Loma or the ministry through the following Loma outline channels: 080 000, then Loma after it.
Mr. Wahab also reaffirmed that the ban on street trading remains in full effect. He says no trading will be allowed on roads, medias, open spaces, or pedestrian walkways.
What is the role of the local government? They are a third tier of government. Ours is to collaborate with them. And in fairness, we're collaborating with most of them. Some of them, for reasons best known to them, actually issue tickets to them. But are those tickets lawful? When there's a clear ban on the activity. So that is why the messaging is very key for us. The advocacy is very key for us. And the ban will be enforced.
In addition, the state government says there is no going back on the July 1st deadline for enforcing the ban on single-use plastics. However, officials say advocacy and public sensitization efforts are being intensified to support compliance. Osarogie Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, is advocating a collaborative effort to eliminate cervical cancer in Nigeria. She made this appeal during the launch of a new partnership dedicated to eradicating cervical cancer across the nation. The report. Cervical cancer, the fourth most common cancer among women globally. This brings the need for urgent resource mobilization in Nigeria to combat its prevalence.
Together we must invest in a future where no woman dies from a disease that is preventable.
At the launch of this partnership dedicated to eradicating cervical cancer in Nigeria, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, delivered a clear message emphasizing the need to reduce the prevalence of the disease from the nation.
I am glad that this partnership aligns with the renewed hope agenda on health of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to promote the health and well-being of Nigerians, particularly public health threat for women across the nation.
The First Lady appealed to all stakeholders, calling for a unified effort to combat the disease.
We must build on this momentum and expand HPV screening, scale up treatment through innovative, cost-effective technologies, and establish these services where they matter most.
The task force is an interventional committee and was given the mandate to work with the Nigerian Institute for Cancer Research and Treatment to coordinate efforts to eliminate cervical cancer in line with the National Strategic Plan 2023-2027. This assignment is crucial in operationalizing Nigeria's response in alignment with the World Health Organization's 90-70-90 target for cervical cancer elimination.
Stakeholders present here shared this sentiment, and they all committed to supporting the campaign to eliminate cervical cancer.
They continue to bring to public health advocacy. Their involvement will remain critical to the progress we seek. To everyone who has worked behind the scenes, we thank you. The Nigerian governors, under the chairmanship of His Excellency Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, the governor of Kwara State, will support, collaborate with you in your efforts to eliminate cervical cancer in Nigeria.
Through the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, we have committed 1 billion naira to this effort.
The Renewed Hope Initiative of the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, also committed 1 billion naira to this effort. Evelyn Izibili reporting for BeeTv News. Following suspected herdsmen attack that left several people dead in 2 communities in Benue State, Governor Haisit Aliyah, in company of all security heads in the state, have paid an on-the-spot assessment visit to them. The communities are Naka in Gwel West and Ampali Edikwe in Apa local government area of the state. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mukori completes the report.
Governor Aliya assured the public that the spate of attacks would soon come to an end. Communities in Benue State continue to suffer from attacks by armed assailants suspected to be Fulani herders. These assaults have claimed numerous lives and displaced thousands, with the forest linking Aka and Akbali Ediko often serving as an escape route for the attackers. The governor's visit aimed to commiserate with the affected communities, where 19 people were reportedly killed in Naka and 10 in Akbali Ediko. In Naka, the Tenagi chief Abotse lamented the growing number of displaced persons and continued loss of lives.
They have taken over Naka Makudi Road. We demand for 4 points to be properly manned by armed security personnel at Atingila, at Teabua, at Jolaha, and at Imande on Makudi Naka Axis Road, where these banditry attacks do come. Even yesterday, that was the axis they came through.
In Akbali Ediko, an eyewitness recounted that the attack occurred around 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, catching residents off guard. 10 people were killed, while several others sustained injuries and are currently receiving treatment in the hospital. The community now lies deserted.
See the Atodubo and the soldiers there, we call on them. None of them were able to come because of the kind of gun. Those people were well fortified. Some other we were able to discover some of the Fulanis. We know, we run things with them. We welcome them when they came. We welcome them, do everything with them. We show them that cordiality. There were more than 100 and something, well armed.
Traditional rulers and other community members also expressed their concerns.
We have been experiencing this kind of attack since the beginning of this year and even last year. But we thank God today from the assurance the governor have given to us that he will make sure all the villagers will come back to their communities. But we also appeal to His Excellency to please help us, because the presence of the military in Apa local government is not helping us. And we ask for His Excellency to please come to our aid by maybe caution or withdraw the presence of the military in Apa local government.
Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police has assured the communities of full security from all the security agencies.
We are leaving enough logistics, we are leaving enough personnel, we are taking cognizance of all the areas that His Royal Highness has mentioned and other interests we got. We are moving around and we are going to take the appropriate action, because definitely the assailants must be arrested.
Governor Hyacinth Aliya, represented by His Chief of Staff Paul Biam, expressed deep sorrow over the loss of lives. He also voiced optimism that peace will soon return, stating that critical security measures are being intensified.
It is quite disturbing to see the level of damage that has been done in these communities. The people have been sacked from their villages. We have also met a couple of them and appeal to them to be very calm and understanding. As we go back to Makurdi, there have been some series of requests from the residents, spanning from creating security posts and also ensuring that other strategic steps are taken to ensure that this kind of situation does not occur.
The on-the-spot assessment took the delegation through Naka in Gwe West and Akbali Ediko in Apa local government area. Malumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
As Muslims worldwide prepare to celebrate Eid el-Kabir, practitioners of the faith are undertaking journeys to visit families and friends in a bid to participate in festivities commemorating the significance of the season. Travelers at Zuba Motor Park have expressed concerns over high cost of transportations, which motorists attribute to high fuel prices, bad roads and shortage of vehicles to convey travelers to their respective destinations.
At the Zuba Motor Park in Abuja, travelers are presently en route to their destinations. Roads are filled with activities as many eagerly anticipate reuniting with loved ones and joining in the celebrations.
If I could remember, last year we traveled to Sokoto, and if I did not forget, we pay a sum of 18,000, 20,000, and now they are telling us
there are a lot of people there.
not vehicles are not available. I think the government should try and provide means of, maybe the petrol is expensive, or they should try to look into a way they can at least help, maybe with possible buses or...
However, with the large number of travelers on the road, safety concerns are a top priority as drivers and passengers urge the government to expedite the construction of the ongoing Zuba-Kaduna Expressway.
To Kaduna now, it's like we are going to Kaduna is 3 hours, but now it's taking like 5 hours because the road is not clear.
The road not the road now for Nigeria. No any road now that they do small. The road to go up, they no day fast. They can't take out the Wala person. See road for everywhere for Zuba.
Belumi Mokoro reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the business news. The Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation (NDIC) has called for the participation of stakeholders in the financial service industry, policymakers and the general public by providing feedback on the ongoing revision of the International Association of Deposit Insurers (IADI) core principles for effective deposit insurance systems. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mukori has details of this and more from the business world.
NDIC in a statement said the revised guidelines that were launched by IADI in May 2025 aim to strengthen deposit insurance frameworks in response to global financial changes, including digital innovation and recent banking crisis such as the March 2023 turmoil. According to the statement, the revision is aimed at comprehensively addressing structural changes, including digital innovation, the growing role of deposit insurers in resolution, and lessons learned from the banking turmoil in March 2023, which is the most significant systemic stress event since the 2009 global financial crisis. The corporation said, as a founding and committed member of AIDI, is recognized the importance of the ongoing revision and hereby invite stakeholders and the general public to actively participate in the process by reviewing the documents. Lagos State, in collaboration with various partners, is intensifying efforts to combat Nigeria's alarming annual post-harvest losses, a crisis currently estimated at a colossal 3.5 trillion naira. This significant drain on the nation's agricultural sector not only exacerbates food insecurity, but also severely impacts the livelihoods of countless farmers and the broader economy. This was the spear point of the Ekotutu Chain in Agriculture Roundtable held yesterday in Lagos. The roundtable, which was themed Accelerating Cold Chain Adoption for a Sustainable Agricultural Future in Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu has inaugurated the 180 megawatt Afam 2 power plant in Rivers State, completed by Sahara Power Group in partnership with Crescendo Nigeria Limited. The ceremony, which was held yesterday, attracted key players in the energy sector, reinforced the role of private sector collaboration in driving sustainable energy solutions in Nigeria. Sahara Power Group, a subsidiary of Global Energy and Infrastructure conglomerate Sahara Group, and Crescendo completed the project, which was conceived, managed and delivered in 16 months by predominantly indigenous expertise. The plant, which was described as an important addition to the national grid and the quest for promoting energy access, is fully operational and set to boost supply towards powering homes, businesses, industries and economic growth. And that is all on business news. Belumi Mokoro reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the global scenes, where a travel ban issued by the US President Donald Trump targets several countries, primarily in Africa and the Middle East, citing national security concerns. Also, former Zambian President Lungu dies aged 68. BeeTv News correspondent Harmony Agbafo has more on this and more from the global scenes.
A travel ban issued by US President Donald Trump targets several countries, primarily in Africa and the Middle East, citing national security concerns. 12 countries face full bans and 7 others face partial restrictions. The reasons vary but include terrorism links, failure to cooperate with US deportation efforts, high visa overstay rates, and inability to issue reliable civil documents. Specific countries are accused of harboring terrorist groups, lacking effective government, or showing disregard for US immigration laws, while some, like Iran and Cuba, are labeled as state sponsors of terrorism. Others are included mainly for administrative failings or immigration issues. Egypt, despite being referenced in connection with a recent attack, is not. Former Zambian President Edgar Lungu has died at the age of 68 while receiving medical treatment in South Africa. Lungu, who served as president from 2015 to 2021, passed away in Pretoria and later won a full term in 2016. However, his leadership was marred by economic struggles and high unemployment, leading to his defeat in the 2021 election by Hakainde Hichilema. Though he initially retired from politics, Lungu returned in 2023 with intentions to run again, but was barred by the Constitutional Court, which ruled he had already served the maximum 2 terms. A lawyer by profession, Lungu rose rapidly in politics, holding various ministerial roles before becoming president. He was remembered by his daughter and supporters as a committed leader, family man, and patriot. Tanzania has restricted access to the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, due to pornographic content, citing violations of the country's laws and cultural values. The move, linked to X's policy allowing adult content, follows a police account hack that posted explicit materials and false claims. Right groups viewed this as a part of a broader digital repression ahead of the October elections, similar to restrictions before the 2020 votes. Despite the ban, government officials continue to use X, causing criticism. Additionally, reports of mistreatment and sexual abuse of regional activists detained in Tanzania have raised concerns, which calls for investigations. President Zim, and she seeks re-election. A celebration in Bengaluru for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru first IPL victory turned deadly when a massive crowd crushed outside Chinnaswamy Stadium, killed 11 people and injured many others. The crowd, estimated at up to 300,000, far beyond the expected 100,000, overwhelmed the area, leading to chaos. Survivors described terrifying scenes, including being trampled. Victims included young students and professionals, many of whom died from suffocation of injuries. Despite the tragedy, the RCB team continued their celebration inside the stadium, reportedly unaware of the event outside. Authorities have launched an inquiry into the incident, with criticisms mounting over poor planning and crowd control. And that is all from the global scene. Harmony Agba for reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigerian singer Folarin Falana, popularly known as Falz, has denied having any relationship with controversial cross-dresser Bobrisky. In other news, Grammy-winning Nigerian singer Temilade Openi, known as Tems, was honored as Billboard's inaugural Global Powers Players event on Wednesday at Shoreditch House in London. BeeTv News God Gifts Omone has details and more from the entertainment world.
The statement by Falz comes amid a legal battle with social media critic Very Darkman, who last year leaked an alleged phone conversation between Falz and Bobrisky during the latter's time in prison. In response, Falz filed a defamation suit against Very Darkman. The case has sparked speculation about the singer's sexuality. Speaking in an interview with Arise TV, Falz clarified that he only tried to help Bobrisky and has no personal relationship with him. He added that the court has dismissed Very Darkman's preliminary objection challenging the court's jurisdiction, and Very Darkman has yet to enter a defense. Tems received the Diamond Award presented by incoming Billboard African editor Nkosiyati Kumalo. She was honored alongside British music icon Sir Elton John, who received the Creators Champion Award, and Empire founder and CEO Gazi Shami, who received the Clive Davis Visionary Award. Nigerian artist Olamide presented the award to Shami. Tems is the most awarded African artist in Billboard history and was the first Nigerian woman honored at Billboard's Women in Music event in 2023. Popular skit maker and singer Nasboy has released a statement after surviving a car accident during his ongoing 36-state tour aimed at securing a music feature from Afrobeat star Davido. Nasboy expressed gratitude for his safety and affirmed his commitment to completing the campaign. He stated that the journey has evolved from a quest for a music collaboration into a mission of resilience and inspiration. This journey is now bigger than a verse from Davido. It's about proving that I can face danger and keep moving forward. He added that the campaign is no longer driven by desperation, but by purpose, hoping it inspires others to stay committed to their goals despite challenges. Nasboy has visited 8 states so far, holding placards designed to attract Davido's attention as he continues the tour across Nigeria.